What's going on, everybody? Today I'll be showing you guys how you guys can make your own Roblox UGC items inside of Blender. And I'll also be showing you guys how you guys can actually put wear your hats in game. Now, you can't wear your hats in every game, but you can wear your hats in your own games if you're maybe like a developer and you're watching this video and you just want to wear your hat. Now, unless you're in the UGC team, you cannot post this on the catalog, just a little disclaimer, because I don't want any comments saying like, oh, how do I put it in the catalog? You have to be in the UGC team. Now, if you're asking how to get into the UGC team, there aren't really any applications if you live in the US, but I'm on the grind to getting in. I have a Twitter where I'm posting my creations, and it's getting good. You know, I have almost 100 followers, so if you guys could follow it, that'd be nice. It's in the description. All right, so how to make a UGC hat. Alright, so first of all, we're going to want to open up Roblox Studio. So text.rbxl is where my UGC creations are at. I lost my other world with a ton of my UGC creations, but I still have the files for them, so I didn't lose them. But here it is. So this is a UGC creation I posted yesterday. It's if you guys don't know what this is, it's actually the cupcake from Five Nights at Freddy's. Here, if you guys don't know what that looks like, let me just find it. So here it is. This was my reference picture. And yeah, I tried to make it. I don't think it was a big fail, to be honest. I think I did pretty well on that. So there's the item. This was a test to make sure that everything was working correctly. And yeah, so let's get started. So first of all, what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna have to make a dummy. Now, you're probably like, what do you mean by a dummy? Now, if you're a developer, you're gonna know what I mean. So we're gonna want to go to plugins, and we're gonna want to click on build rig. Just click on man rig right here. If I can get it, actually. No, not that one. Whoops. Delete. So we're gonna want to import a rig, R6, man rig. Yes, I was getting the wrong one. Yeah, Roblox just. Alright, I'm just gonna go into toolbox and grab one. Toolbox, dummy. We need a block dummy. I mean that if we clicked on the block dummy there, it would have given us this. I'd suggest using these dummies and just finding them in the Roblox page, because they're honestly just probably the best ones to use. So let's grab our dummy. Is this smaller than average size? No, it's just the cupcake head that's making it look small. All right, so now that we have our dummy, we're going to want to right click and click on export selection. Now, if you guys don't know what that does, it basically exports it as an OBJ, which is an object, alright, that you can put into Blender. So, I'm going to want to export the selection, and I'm going to save it into here. I'm going to just call it dummy for tutorial. Save. Alright, now once you do that, it will be saved in that folder. Now we're not done just yet. We're going to want to do a drop down and grab the head as well. So we're going to right click on export selection, and we're going to dummy head for tutorial. The reason I'm naming it for tutorials because I already have all those in that file, so I don't want to get mixed up and everything. So yeah. Now once we do that, we're gonna want to go into Blender. Now you guys should know the fundamentals of Blender if you're watching this, but if you guys don't, just on Blender, I click on Shift F to move. Now that's the 2.79 way to do it, because I have my hotkeys set to that because I started off on 2.79. But I'm not fully sure how it is. Just search up how to do free cam on Blender or something like that, and should be able to figure it out. Now, once you figure it out, you guys can like press shift to go faster and everything. Alright, so once we do that, we're going to want to click on File. Alright, File, Import. Super important, make sure it's import. I'm into my room, but yeah. Alright, so File, Import, and we're going to want to do wavefront.obj. Click on our file, and we got to find our file. So here, I'm going to first import the dummy head for tutorial. Make sure it's the .obj, not the MTL. If it's the MTL, it won't work. Make sure it is the .obj. Once you do that, there's your head. Do Control Alt C to get it to change the geometry, because if we actually try to move it, you see, look at this. It's in the middle, and it's not over there, and it just makes it extremely hard to get accuracy and everything. So do Control Shift Alt C, and click on Geometry to Origin, or no, Origin to Geometry. So about that. So here we have it, and we should all be good now. I'm just gonna change this to Material View, just to see if we can. Yeah, so as you can see, Material View can actually see the head of the dummy. So yeah, you see, like in Solid View you can't see it, but in Material View it shows the materials, etc. So here we have it, and I'm actually just gonna make the head a little bit big. So I'm just gonna scale it a little bit, just like that, by pressing S on the keyboard and dragging. Now, once we do that, I'm going to add in a circle. You can either do that by doing Shift A, or you can click on Add over here. I do Shift A because it's just easier. And then you're going to want to hover over Mesh, and you're going to want to add in a circle mesh. Now, once you do that, you're just going to want to get that up there, and try to get it into the middle of the dummy head. Let's try to get that there. That looks pretty good. Maybe just a little bit. Like that. We're going to want to scale it. Like that. And then we're going to want to move it down because it's kind of too high. So let's move it down just a tiny bit. And you see that it's not fully. We're going to have to resize a little bit more. So just get that around in the middle. Scale it up just a tiny bit more. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's good. I can get the download into one. Alright, so we got that. I'm just gonna turn on Material View. Make sure it's not covering too much of the eyes. By the way, this is also the first UGC creation I've ever made. Not this one, but like the first UGC creation I've ever made was a top hat. And I got that, and the way I figured out how to do that was from a tutorial by Natalie. I forgot her last name, but by Natalie. I watch her channel a lot. I'll leave her channel down in the description. But yeah, I don't think she's in the UGC program. She might be, but she makes a lot of UGC items, and she models and does commissions a lot. So she's just nice. All right. So next, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to press F to fill it. Or no, we're going to want to go into here, press on the faces. Press F to fill it in. Next, after we do that, we're going to want to extrude it by a tiny bit, just like that. And we extrude by pressing E. Alright. And the reason we pressed F was so that everything is filled in. Alright, now what we're gonna want to do is I'm just gonna maybe recenter it just a tiny bit. Alright. Next, we're going to want to press I to create some faces right there, so we can go on the inside and maybe around right there. And the reason we want to do that is so that the hat has some kind of action going here. I'll pull up a reference picture. Top hat. Not top hat, or what the heck is that? Alright, top. Oh my god, I can't spell today. Top hat. Images. So yeah, you see these top hats and everything. So yeah, standard top hats. We're not gonna make like those curves because who wants it? Here, like this reference picture right here. See, there's like a little band over there, so we're also gonna want to make that. See, there's the band over here as well. So yeah, we're gonna want to make those, and yeah. But you see, hats have those things where it goes inside, etc. I'm just rambling about. So yeah. So next we're gonna want to extrude it. Just by a little bit. Is that enough? No, we're gonna want it to be a little bit more. In case you guys need to undo, just press Control Z, and then if you guys want to redo, just do Control Shift Z. See, Control Shift Z that redoes it. God, I can't talk today. All right, and then Control Z undoes it. So regularly it's Control Y that redoes it, but I don't know what it is on Blender. It's just different. So next we're gonna want to extrude around here. I think that's a good amount. Yeah, I'd say that's a good amount, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't think we made those faces long enough, so I'm gonna bam, bam. And then so around here, you're gonna want to scale it open a little bit, just so it has that kind of lip. I make it go in, and, whoops, then extrude it, and then as you guys can see, we have that little thing over there that a top hat usually has. So yeah. Actually, also, I think I'm going to get some of this and just scale that open a little bit more. I think that'll make it look a little bit better. If you guys don't know how I made those rings, how I made it go all around, just do Alt and right click to make it go all around, and yeah, you should be good. So I'm actually just gonna raise this a little bit more. So yeah, we're not gonna extrude it because that's just gonna make more triangles. It's gonna be our waist, so we're just gonna make it taller. Here, let me go to material view just to find the right spot. Right here. Alright. And next, we're going to want to extrude it just by a tiny bit and make it small, just like that. So we kind of have an end going over there. And as you can see, the top hat is starting to take its form. This is a very rushed top hat, so it doesn't look its best, but it's still something. So let's just get that, go up here, and maybe we're gonna make this here. Actually, I'm going to undo that. I want to make that a little bit taller. Then I'm going to do that. Oops. Alright, so there we go. So next we're going to want to bevel these points so it doesn't have too much of a bloxy look. I mean, yes, it's Roblox. Bloxy looks aren't bad, but still, bloxy looks on here, kind of don't like it. Like if we go here, I think that a bevel over here would just be a little bit better. So let's just Alt right click, grab that all, Control B to bevel. So if we just bevel it a little bit, whoops, messed up. Control B, just bevel it. If it's freaking out, my guy. There we go. So we're gonna want to bevel it just a tiny bit, just like that. And as you can see, we kind of have a little bit of a rounded shape over there going on. So that is pretty cool. Now, if you guys aren't a fan of like this kind of shape where you can see a ton of the lines, I'm not a fan of it either. I'll show you guys how you get rid of that. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think this hat is long enough. Maybe it is. I have no idea. I feel like it should go maybe in a but we're too late. We're not gonna change that for right now. But I don't like this kind of octagon thing. Not octagon, just like geometry looking shape on it. So I'm gonna press A, so it covers the whole entire thing. And then once we do that, I'm going to go onto face, click on that, and then click on shade smooth. So there we go. As you can see, it looks a lot better, and it's all just shaded smoothly. So yeah. Now you're probably like, yo, well, you can barely see it. It looks terrible. Blah blah blah. I agree, and that's where the texturing comes in. So we are going to want to get a palette. So we're going to want to UV image edit it. So we're going to want to click on here, click on UV editor, and we're going to want to find an image. So let's go here. Let's maybe find a winter palette. Maybe like a winter type hat. I don't know. So yeah, let's find a winter type palette. Now, if you guys didn't notice, if you guys didn't go on my Twitter yet, here, let me just go on Twitter. If you guys didn't look on my Twitter yet, my account, I have 92 followers. So yeah, you see I post a ton of my stuff on here. It doesn't get a lot of attention, but you know, it's still something. It's still something. So here we are, and I'm trying to. This is the first UGC creation I've ever made. I'm trying to make something like this. So yeah, ooh, I kind of like what I did there. Kind of made it open up on top. That might be nice actually. Let's change that up in Blender. Shift F. I might actually alt all that and dissolve the faces. Whoops, not dissolve the faces, dissolve the edges. Wait, no. Yeah, vertices. There's a way you can dissolve this. X. There we go. Yeah, how about we just Control Z back to that. Now we give it an opening. So yeah, that kind of looks a little bit better. So yeah, now A, we're gonna want to shade it smooth again. Yeah, we're gonna want to shade it smooth again. So for face, shade smooth. So we got everything going up and running. So we're gonna want to find our palette again, a winter palette. I guess this is good. We'll take this. I'm gonna save the image. Go to Blender, and I'm gonna put it right here. Then once we're here, we're gonna want to click on U over here. Click on Project from View. I'm gonna want to go onto Material View. Oh, we actually are on Material View. Sorry. And then yeah, as you guys can see, it's not textured. Now that's because I'm gonna have to change some things. So I'm gonna want to add in a material, and then once we do that, we're going to want to, if I can find it, go to base color, click on there. I'm gonna want to go onto image texture. Alright, and then we're gonna want to open. We need to find the image we just have saved. So I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to put it onto my desktop. Okay, so it's 43744, that's the name of the file. So I'm gonna go to desktop, 43744, there it is, and there we go. As you can see, everything is working. If we grab this, as you can see, the texture follows with what this is. So that's just a quick fix if that doesn't work for you, which it always doesn't for me. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this part right here, and I am going to do Alt right click, Control Shift Alt right click on here, so it selects that as well. And then I'm going to move that to here maybe, and then I am going to move everything else that isn't this. Hang on, so yeah, Alt, Control Shift Alt, Shift, Control Shift Alt, Control Shift Alt. Just gonna select everything that isn't that. Control Shift Alt. Oops. Wait, hang on. Alright, and then we're just gonna do Shift and right click on that. And then we're going to go here. We're gonna lower that size of it. We're gonna move it like maybe over here or over here, and tab, and there we go. There is our top hat. So yeah, our top hat is actually looking really nice, if I do say so myself. Now we're going to want to scale it down to a good size. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to File, and we're going to want to import our dummy. So wavefront.obj, we're going to want to find our dummy right here. Once we do that, we're going to want to do Control Shift Alt C, geometry to origin, just like that. Or hang on, wait no. Control Shift Alt C, origin to geometry, just like that, so it stays above the level. And then once we do that, we're going to want to grab. I'm just going to join the area by right clicking, join area, clicking. Alright. So now we're going to want to click on the hat that we just made, and we're going to want to scale it down and move it on top of here. So we're going to want to scale it to a good level where it looks like it'll fit a character, and make sure that's not too big. So let's just scale it down just a little bit more. Alright, so that doesn't look too bad. Let's just scale it a tiny bit more, just like that. Make sure it is centered. Alright, so that's our top hat. Now it looks really nice, right? But how do we import it into Roblox, and how do we wear it on our character? So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that right now. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sure we're only selected on the hat. Don't make sure you're selected on anything else, like maybe selected on that. Make sure you're only selected on the hat. Alright, click on File, Export, wavefront.obj. Alright, now once we're there, we're going to want to click on Selection Only, so it only exports the hat that we selected on. Alright, and now we're going to want to name it. I'm just going to name it Hat for YT. Now once we do that, I'm going to export it as an OBJ. And there we go. Now we're going to want to go back to Roblox. And we're going to want to right click on Insert Object. And then we're going to want to search mesh part. So right here, click on it. What the heck? That was it. Is the mesh? I think I accidentally parented the mesh part to the dummy. Stupid me. Yeah, I did. Oops. Alright, so let's just get that out of there. Alright. So now once we have our mesh part, we're going to want to go to the mesh ID. And we're going to want to find our mesh. So I need to find it. Hat for YT, there it is. Click on no. And there's our hat. Now you're probably wondering, yo, where's our texture? Yo, we can fix that, don't worry. So once if that happens to you, let's just go to Roblox, go to create, and then we're gonna want to go into decals. There we go. Now we're going to want to click on choose file, and we're going to want to find our file that we used as the UV. So here it is. I'm just gonna name it palette hat. Upload. Now you don't have to wait for it to be approved or anything. Just go over here, copy the ID, go into Roblox, go to the texture ID, paste it in, click enter, and bam, there we go. We have our hat all textured. How do we get it on our player? Now, extremely simple and easy. So right now, I'm just gonna click on my guy, and I'm gonna find the accessory. Here it is. Alright, I'm just gonna take that off real quick. Bam. Alright. And I'm just gonna name this FNAF, just so stuff doesn't get mixed up. Alright. So, here is our hat. So, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to make it an accessory. So we're gonna want to right click, click on Insert Object, Accessory. Alright, let's just move that into Workspace. And then what we're gonna want to do from there is we're gonna want to put our mesh part into Accessory. Whoops, not into that, into Accessory. The accessory we just made, and you can name the accessory whatever you want. I'm just gonna name it Top Hat YT. Alright. Once we have that, we're gonna want to rename our mesh part to Handle. Crucial that's spelled exactly like this, or else it will not work. Then we're gonna want to go back onto our guy. You can do this on the dummy, but if you guys want to do it on yourself, just see how it looks like on yourself. I'll leave the low character plugin down below, and how you use it is you just type in your name and you can spawn yourself in. So once we do that, we're gonna want to go to our character or the dummy or whatever you have. Go to head, click on hat attachment, and copy it, and then you're gonna want to paste it into the handle. Alright, now I'm just gonna move it down just a tiny bit, just so it's at around here. Alright, and once we do that, we're gonna want to put it onto ourselves. Now you see, it's not in that well of a place. Now if you guys want to adjust where it is, just move the hat attachment. Alright, so just make sure everything's well. And yeah, so it looks like our hat is already perfectly fine, and we don't have to really center it or anything. So yeah, so our hat is basically fully exported into Roblox and everything. So if you guys want to wear it, I'll leave a script that you can copy and paste. So I'm just going to name this, what did we call it? We call it the accessory. Hang on. I'm actually going to have to get that accessory, put it into here. Alright. So we called it Top Hat YT. So Top Hat YT. And now if we play, we should have the top hat on. Bam. Here we have our top hat. It's on us right now. I'm just gonna take off my other accessories, just so we can see the top hat vividly. So I'm just gonna. Here, I might keep those on. I just want to take off the fedora. And there we go. So yeah, there is our top hat. Here, I might even take off the cartoon head. All right. So yeah, here's that and everything. It's all good in the hood, but actually, hang on. I will have to change one thing though. Hang on. So yeah, we're gonna want to put that one here, and I'm actually just gonna delete this one. And yeah, all right. Bam. There we go. Now it should be at the right place. Just gonna take off all the other stuff that I have on. Bam. Take that off. Shooting star, take that off. Hang on. Why is it not going down to where the hat attachment was? 1 second. Oh, hang on, was that not messing with the hat attachment? I thought it was. I might have just been messing with the hat accessory itself and not the hat attachment. Gotta mess around with the hat attachment to get it at the right place. So yeah, there we go. That should all be good now. Now let's try it. And hopefully everything is working out. We just gotta make sure everything's working out. It does look a little bit different, so I think it is working out. Take off the cartoony head, and yeah, that looks like it's working. Shooting star, and yeah, bam. There we go. We got our own top hat. I might post this actually. This one looks really good. So yeah, we got our very own top hat. Don't mind my other UGC Creations on the ground, just right here, like saying YOLO. I'm gonna stand on the FNAF cupcake. YOLO. No, come here. Alright, yeah. I might make a soccer game, this actually. Developer minds. Alright. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys actually learned something new. And if you guys do decide to try this out for yourself, DM me on my Twitter. And yeah, you know, I might respond and be like, yo, I actually like that creation. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. That would be amazingly appreciated. And again, check out Natalie's Roblox account and her YouTube channel, because she honestly is the one that really taught me how to make UGC. And this is kind of her way of making top hats as well. And that I make him like that too, because it's kind of how I was taught. So so yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and peace.